In the heart of a forgotten town, nestled beneath a moonless sky, lay the remains of a place that had once echoed with laughter and applause. Now, only the haunting echoes of its past remained. The abandoned circus, a shadow of its former glory, stood as a spectral testament to a bygone era. Its tattered, weather-worn tents flapped mournfully in the wind, as if trying to escape the desolation that had consumed them. The circus grounds were a labyrinth of rusting cages, broken ticket booths, and decaying popcorn stalls. Forgotten trinkets, once prizes for gleeful children, now lay strewn about like relics of some long-forgotten carnival. The rust and decay seeped into every corner, as nature itself seemed to conspire against the memory of this forsaken place. Weeds clawed their way through cracks in the pavement, and ivy claimed the skeletal remains of the circus's grand entrance. Yet, despite the overwhelming sense of abandonment and decay, there were tales whispered in hushed tones throughout the town. Tales of haunting laughter that carried on the wind, of ghostly apparitions that danced under the pale glow of the moon. Rumors swirled that the circus was cursed, that the spirits of performers long gone still roamed these forsaken grounds, seeking an audience that would never come. Among those who had heard these chilling legends was Alex, a curious individual with an insatiable appetite for the mysteries of the world. With an old leather-bound notebook in hand and a flashlight to pierce the shroud of darkness, Alex ventured into the eerie realm of the abandoned circus. The moon cast eerie shadows as it played peek-a-boo with the clouds, and the air was thick with the weight of the unknown. As Alex stepped foot onto the cracked and weathered pavement, a shiver ran down their spine. The unsettling atmosphere of the circus grounds clung to them like a second skin, promising mysteries and horrors beyond imagination. The decaying remnants of the circus whispered their secrets in the form of creaking structures and rustling leaves. In the dim light of the flashlight, Alex's eyes darted nervously from one decaying tent to another. It was here, in this desolation, that their journey into the unknown would begin. The mysteries of the abandoned circus beckoned, and the chilling laughter of the past seemed to echo in the depths of their mind. With each step, the circus grounds revealed more of its dreadful secrets, and Alex couldn't help but wonder if they were on the verge of uncovering a truth more terrifying than any tale whispered in the town's darkest corners. As Alex delved deeper into the heart of the abandoned circus, they couldn't escape the ominous presence of the legend that had gripped the town for generations. The legend of the Laughing Clown. The Laughing Clown, so the stories went, had once been the star of the circus, a performer of unparalleled talent and charisma. His makeup, a grotesque, leering grin painted in garish colors, had been his trademark. His laughter, however, was what truly set him apart. It was said to be a sound that could send shivers down the spines of even the bravest souls. According to local lore, the Laughing Clown had possessed a malevolent charm that entranced and terrified his audience in equal measure. His performances were a dance of madness, a carnival of horrors that left spectators trembling with a mixture of fear and fascination. But it wasn't just the clown's eerie performances that had sealed his dark legacy. Chilling stories circulated about his offstage behavior. It was rumored that he had a penchant for cruelty, both to his fellow performers and to animals. Tales of mysterious accidents and unexplained disappearances cast a sinister shadow over his name. As Alex ventured further into the dark recesses of the circus, they couldn't escape the eerie stories that clung to the very air they breathed. Local legends whispered that the Laughing Clown had made a pact with dark forces, that his laughter was a curse, and that anyone who dared to mock or imitate it would befall a terrible fate. The townsfolk told tales of those who had ventured too close to the circus grounds, only to be plagued by the haunting sound of laughter in the dead of night. It was said that the Laughing Clown's malevolent presence lingered, reaching out from beyond the grave to ensnare the curious and the foolish. As Alex explored further, they stumbled upon a collection of old newspaper clippings and journal entries. It was here that they learned of the curse associated with the Laughing Clown's laughter. Those who heard it whether in person or through eerie whispers on the wind, were said to be marked for a fate worse than death. Madness, misfortune, and unexplained tragedies were said to be the price of encountering the Laughing Clown's cursed mirth. The more Alex read, the more they realized that they had stepped into a world where reality and nightmare were one and the same. The legend of the Laughing Clown was not just a tale to be told around campfires. It was a curse that had endured for generations, waiting to ensnare the unwary. With each passing moment, the chilling weight of the legend pressed down on Alex's shoulders, and they couldn't help but wonder if their quest to unravel the mysteries of the abandoned circus would lead them to the heart of the Laughing Clown's malevolent presence. In the hushed gloom of the abandoned circus, Alex's heart raced to the rhythm of their curiosity. The eerie laughter that had drawn them deeper into the labyrinthine circus grounds now seemed to beckon from within one of the tattered, sagging tents. With trembling steps, Alex ventured closer, the haunting echoes of that laughter growing more distinct. The tent loomed before them like a spectral sentinel guarding the secrets of the past. The flap of the tent seemed to sway gently in the breeze, an invitation to uncover the mysteries that lay within. Pushing aside the moth-eaten fabric, Alex stepped into a world frozen in time. The tent was a sanctuary of shadows, its interior shrouded in the half-light of a fading day. But what drew their attention most was the bizarre collection of clown memorabilia that adorned the tent's interior. Dusty shelves lined with porcelain clown figurines grinned manically at them, their eyes hollow and lifeless. Antique circus posters featuring the grotesque visage of the Laughing Clown covered the canvas walls, seemingly watching their every move. It was as if the tent itself had become a shrine to the malevolent legend that had plagued the town for generations. But amidst the unsettling decor, Alex's flashlight beam fell upon something that sent a shiver down their spine. A cryptic journal hidden beneath a pile of yellowing newspapers. It appeared to belong to a previous visitor, someone who had ventured into this cursed place and, according to the town stories, had vanished without a trace. With cautious hands, Alex retrieved the journal, its pages brittle with age. They began to leaf through its contents, their eyes widening with each word they read. The journal contained ramblings and sketches, the musings of a person ensnared by the circus's dark allure. The writer spoke of strange occurrences, of whispers in the wind, and of laughter that seemed to seep into their very soul. As Alex read on, it became clear that the journal's author had been tormented by visions of the Laughing Clown, visions that drove them to the brink of madness. The final entries were filled with a growing sense of desperation, culminating in a cryptic message. "I hear the laughter even now, even here. It's all around. It's in me." The journal's owner had clearly been consumed by the enigma of the Laughing Clown, and their fate remained an ominous question mark. Alex's hands trembled as they closed the journal, haunted by the knowledge that they were now treading the same treacherous path. In the stillness of that eerie tent, surrounded by the memorabilia of a cursed legend and the unsettling words of a vanished soul, Alex couldn't help but wonder if they too were on the precipice of a fate sealed in the chilling laughter that echoed through the circus's haunted past. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of deep indigo, the air grew heavy with a sense of impending dread. Night had fallen over the abandoned circus, and with it, the laughter that had haunted Alex's every step grew louder and more sinister, a relentless crescendo that seemed to emanate from the very heart of the forsaken grounds. Alex's flashlight flickered uncertainly, casting eerie shadows that danced across the dilapidated circus tents. The ominous laughter seemed to surround them, echoing from all directions, closing in like a predatory beast. With each step, Alex felt the weight of the legend pressing down upon them, a malevolent presence that sought to suffocate their very soul. The circus had become a nightmarish labyrinth, and every corner held the promise of a chilling encounter. Then, in the ghostly glow of the moonlight, it happened. A grotesque figure emerged from the darkness, its form illuminated by the eerie radiance. It was the laughing clown, a nightmarish vision in tattered, rainbow-colored rags. Its leering, painted grin stretched impossibly wide. The clown's laughter, a guttural and otherworldly sound, filled the air, drowning out the beating of Alex's heart. Its eyes, wide and manic, fixed upon Alex with an intensity that sent shivers coursing down their spine. Frozen in terror, Alex could do nothing but watch as the laughing clown moved closer, each step accompanied by the haunting cackles that seemed to pierce their very soul. It was a macabre dance, a nightmare come to life, and Alex was its unwilling audience. But just as quickly as it had appeared, the laughing clown dissolved into the shadows, leaving behind only the fading echoes of its laughter. It vanished, as if it had never been there, leaving Alex trembling in the darkness. The encounter had been brief, but the terror it had wrought was undeniable. The laughing clown was real, a malevolent presence that defied reason, and sent a clear message to Alex. The curse of the circus was not to be trifled with. With their heart pounding and their breath ragged, Alex realized that they were now entangled in a nightmare from which there might be no escape. In the wake of that harrowing encounter with the laughing clown, Alex's obsession with the malevolent legend intensified. The laughter, that haunting symphony of madness, echoed in their mind day and night, refusing to release its grip. Their quest to unravel the secrets of the abandoned circus had become an all-consuming pursuit. Alex delved into the dusty archives of the town's library, poring over old newspapers, yellowed pages that chronicled the dark history of the circus. They sought to uncover the truth, to peel back the layers of mystery, and unveil the curse that had plagued the town for generations. It was there, buried amidst the faded ink and crumbling paper, that Alex found the key to the laughing clown's dark past. The clown had not always been a supernatural specter. He had once been a living, breathing performer named Jasper Grimaldi. The stories of his malevolence were rooted in a tragic tale of betrayal and revenge. Jasper had been a beloved member of the circus, known for his extraordinary talent and captivating performances. But beneath the grease paint and colorful costumes lurked a festering resentment. He had been wronged by his fellow performers, betrayed in a way that had left a scar on his soul. As Alex read on, it became clear that Jasper Grimaldi's transformation into the laughing clown had been the result of a vengeful pact. He had made a deal with dark forces, trading his humanity for the power to exact revenge upon those who had wronged him. The eerie laughter that had once entertained and terrified audiences now served as a curse, a malevolent force that sought to consume all who crossed its path. The more Alex dug, the more victims of the laughing clown's curse were revealed. Stories of accidents and tragedies that had befallen those who had mocked or imitated the clown's laughter filled the pages. Families torn apart, lives shattered, all connected by the sinister presence that lurked within the circus's decaying confines. As Alex pieced together the puzzle of the laughing clown's origin, a sense of dread settled over them. It was a curse born of betrayal and vengeance, a curse that had grown stronger with each passing generation. The circus had become a prison for the tormented soul of Jasper Grimaldi, and those who ventured too close risked becoming ensnared in his malevolent grip. With this newfound knowledge, Alex understood that breaking the curse would be no easy task. The laughing clown's history was intertwined with the darkest aspects of the circus, and the road ahead promised only greater horrors. But the truth had been laid bare, and there was no turning back. Alex's quest for answers had become a battle against an ancient evil, a battle in which the stakes were nothing less than their own sanity and survival. With the dark history of the laughing clown unveiled, Alex knew that they couldn't face this malevolent force alone. The curse that had plagued the town for generations required a united effort to break its sinister grip. So, with determination burning in their heart, Alex set out to enlist the help of others who had tasted the horrors of the laughing clown. The first to join their cause was Sarah, a brave soul who had narrowly escaped a brush with the laughing clown's curse. Her eyes held a haunted look, a reflection of the terror she'd endured, but her resolve was unwavering. She had lost loved ones to the curse and was determined to see it end. Next came Michael, a skeptic turned believer after a chilling encounter with the laughing clown that had left him trembling in fear. His analytical mind sought answers, and he believed that together they could unravel the mysteries surrounding the curse. As the group assembled, tension hung in the air like a thick, foreboding fog. They gathered in a dimly lit room, surrounded by the grim artifacts of the circus's haunted past. The plan was to confront the laughing clown, to find a way to break the curse that had plagued their town for so long. Hours turned into late-night strategy sessions filled with whispered conversations and nervous glances. They pored over the cryptic journal from the tent, searching for clues and incantations that might weaken the laughing clown's hold. They discussed the history of the cursed circus, piecing together the fragmented stories of its victims. And as they did, the laughter seemed to seep into the very walls around them, a chilling reminder of the malevolent presence they were up against. Tension built with every passing moment, and the weight of their mission bore down on them like a heavy burden. The laughing clown's laughter, once a distant echo, now reverberated through the room, a relentless reminder of the horror that awaited them. Despite the fear that threatened to overwhelm them, the group was determined to confront the laughing clown head-on. They had gathered knowledge, enlisted allies, and formulated a plan. Armed with a resolve born of desperation and the unwavering belief that they could break the curse, they steeled themselves for the looming showdown. As they stood on the precipice of their fateful encounter, their hearts pounded in unison, a symphony of fear and determination. The dark history of the laughing clown had bound them together, and now they were ready to face the malevolent force that had plagued their town for far too long. The final act in this terrifying tale was about to begin, and the fate of all who dared to challenge the curse hung in the balance. With resolve and trepidation, the group of brave souls ventured deeper into the heart of the abandoned circus, where the malevolent laughter of the laughing clown seemed to reach its fevered pitch. The moon hung low in the night sky, casting eerie, elongated shadows that danced with sinister intent. As they moved closer to the epicenter of their nightmarish quest, the darkness grew denser, the air more oppressive. Their flashlight beams cut through the gloom like feeble swords, revealing glimpses of the circus's decaying remains. A once majestic big top, rusting cages, and rotting remnants of long, forgotten spectacles. And then, as if conjured by the very darkness itself, the laughing clown materialized before them. Its grotesque grin stretched impossibly wide, and its laughter was a cacophonous chorus of madness that echoed in their ears like a cruel taunt. Fear clenched at their hearts, but the group stood their ground, their eyes locked on the malevolent figure before them. The clown's eyes, wild and manic, seemed to pierce their souls, but they refused to waver. They had come to confront the curse, to break its hold on their town, no matter the cost. The laughter of the laughing clown transformed into an eerie chant, a macabre incantation that summoned a swirling vortex of shadows. From this abyss emerged the ghostly forms of circus performers, long dead but bound to the clown's curse. They twisted and contorted in a spectral dance, their agony palpable. Amidst the spectral carnival, the origins of the curse were revealed. The laughing clown had once been Jasper Grimaldi, a performer driven to madness and vengeance by betrayal. He had made a pact with dark forces that transformed him into this malevolent entity, forever bound to haunt the circus that had once been his home. As the truth of Jasper's tragic fate unfolded, the group knew they could no longer stand idly by. With a collective cry, they launched into action, each using their unique talents to battle the cursed apparitions. Sarah wielded a blessed amulet. Michael recited an incantation of purification, and Alex held the journal aloft, attempting to break the clown's hold on the spirits. A harrowing battle ensued as the group fought to banish the cursed entities back into the abyss from which they had emerged. The laughter grew more frenzied, the shadows more relentless, but they pressed on, their determination fueled by the knowledge that they were fighting to free their town from the grip of an ancient evil. The final confrontation was a symphony of chaos and terror, a battle between the living and the vengeful dead. It was a fight for survival, for the very soul of the cursed circus itself. And as the group fought tooth and nail, they clung to the hope that by breaking the curse's hold, they could release the tormented spirit of Jasper Grimaldi and put an end to the Laughing Clown's reign of terror, once and for all. In the throes of their desperate battle against the Laughing Clown and its cursed circus, the group of determined souls found themselves on the brink of a breakthrough. Through their combined efforts and unwavering resolve, they had managed to uncover a way to break the curse that had plagued their town for generations. As Sarah wielded her blessed amulet, Michael chanted the incantation, and Alex held a journal aloft. A shimmering barrier of light began to form around the Laughing Clown and the tortured spirits. It was a barrier of purification, a radiant shield that banished the malevolent entities and sent them shrieking back into the shadows. But victory came at a steep price. As the Laughing Clown and the cursed spirits were forced into retreat, the group found themselves drained and weakened, their life force sapped by the powerful magic they had invoked. Sacrifices had been made, their strength given willingly to break the curse. Amidst the swirling vortex of light and darkness, a final, chilling revelation emerged. The Laughing Clown, in its grotesque, painted form, was nothing more than a vessel for the vengeful spirit of Jasper Grimaldi, whose tormented soul had been trapped within for centuries. The clown had been both victim and villain, a puppet of darkness manipulated by forces beyond the grave. As the curse shattered and the Laughing Clown's malevolent laughter was silenced, the group watched in awe and horror as the grotesque makeup melted away, revealing the anguished face of Jasper Grimaldi. His eyes, once filled with madness, now held a glimmer of gratitude and release. With a final, mournful sigh, Jasper's spirit dissipated, leaving behind only the echoes of his tortured laughter. The curse was broken, and the circus that had been a haven for darkness was finally free from its malevolent grip. But even in their victory, the horror lingered. The sacrifices they had made weighed heavily on their hearts, and the memory of the Laughing Clown's tormenting laughter would forever haunt their dreams. They had freed their town from an ancient evil, but the scars of their battle would be etched into their souls for eternity. As the group stood amidst the remnants of the abandoned circus, bathed in the eerie afterglow of their victory, they knew that they had accomplished something monumental. They had broken the curse, and the town would no longer be haunted by the malevolent presence of the Laughing Clown. Yet, as they looked at one another, they couldn't shake the feeling that the horror they had faced was not truly vanquished, but merely dormant, waiting for an opportunity to return. The final chapter in their terrifying tale had come to a close, but the shadows of the past would forever linger in their hearts and minds, a chilling reminder of the price of confronting the darkness that dwells within. With resolve and trepidation, the group of brave souls ventured deeper into the heart of the abandoned circus, where the malevolent laughter of the Laughing Clown seemed to reach its fevered pitch. The moon hung low in the night sky, casting eerie, elongated shadows that danced with sinister intent. As they moved closer to the epicenter of their nightmarish quest, the darkness grew denser, the air more oppressive. Their flashlight beams cut through the gloom like feeble swords, revealing glimpses of the circus's decaying remains. A once majestic, big-top, rusting cages and rotting remnants of long-forgotten spectacles. And then, as if conjured by the very darkness itself, the Laughing Clown materialized before them. Its grotesque grin stretched impossibly wide, and its laughter was a cacophonous chorus of madness that echoed in their ears like a cruel taunt. Fear clenched at their hearts. But the group stood their ground, their eyes locked on the malevolent figure before them. The clown's eyes, wild and manic, seemed to pierce their souls, but they refused to waver. They had come to confront the curse, to break its hold on their town, no matter the cost. The laughter of the laughing clown transformed into an eerie chant, a macabre incantation that summoned a swirling vortex of shadows. From this abyss emerged the ghostly forms of circus performers, long dead but bound to the clown's curse. They twisted and contorted in a spectral dance, their agony palpable. Amidst the spectral carnival, the origins of the curse were revealed. The laughing clown had once been Jasper Grimaldi, a performer driven to madness and vengeance by betrayal. He had made a pact with dark forces that transformed him into this malevolent entity, forever bound to haunt the circus that had once been his home. As the truth of Jasper's tragic fate unfolded, the group knew they could no longer stand idly by. With a collective cry, they launched into action, each using their unique talents to battle the cursed apparitions. Sarah wielded a blessed amulet. Michael recited an incantation of purification, and Alex held the journal aloft, attempting to break the clown's hold on the spirits. A harrowing battle ensued as the group fought to banish the cursed entities back into the abyss from which they had emerged. The laughter grew more frenzied, the shadows more relentless, but they pressed on, their determination fueled by the knowledge that they were fighting to free their town from the grip of an ancient evil. The final confrontation was a symphony of chaos and terror, a battle between the living and the vengeful dead. It was a fight for survival, for the very soul of the cursed circus itself. And as the group fought tooth and nail, they clung to the hope that, by breaking the curse's hold, they could release the tormented spirit of Jasper Grimaldi and put an end to the laughing clown's reign of terror, once and for all. As the survivors of the nightmarish encounter with the laughing clown stood in the silence of the abandoned circus, a creeping sense of dread settled over them. The malevolent presence that had tormented their town for generations had been banished, the curse broken, or so they had believed. But in the eerie stillness of that moment, a bone-chilling sound echoed through the air. Laughter. It was the laughter of the laughing clown, unmistakable in its grotesque mirth, echoing from the shadows as if to mock their victory. The survivors exchanged horrified glances, their hearts sinking with a sinking realization. The evil may not have been vanquished after all. The laughter continued, growing louder and more sinister, defying the logic of their triumph. It seemed to seep from the very walls of the abandoned circus, echoing through the empty tents and rusting cages. The malevolent presence they thought they had expelled now lurked, unseen and unfathomable. A sense of dread and uncertainty settled over the survivors, shattering the fragile illusion of safety they had clung to. The laughing clown's curse had proven itself resilient, an evil that refused to be silenced. The nightmare, it seemed, was far from over. As they stood amidst the haunting echoes of that chilling laughter, the survivors knew that they were locked in an eternal battle against a darkness that had no intention of letting them go. Their town, their lives, and their sanity remained at the mercy of the laughing clown, a malevolent force that would continue to haunt their every waking moment. And so, with the laughter of the clown echoing in the distance, they left the abandoned circus, their hearts heavy with the burden of a horror that may never be truly vanquished. The final chapter of their terrifying tale had ended not in triumph, but in a never-ending nightmare, a reminder that evil can persist even in the face of the bravest souls.